It is finally here. Mattel Creations Masters of the Universe Origins Eternia Playset contains one piece. Holy smack. Why, hello folks, and thank you once again for joining me on another visual tour. On this edition, we're going to be breaking down, unboxing, reviewing the Castle Eternia playset. This thing is huge, and for archival purposes, I'm going to be taking some measurements here because I do know that folks like to go back to these videos and reference it. 40 inches in length, and in height, you're looking at 30 inches. This is a huge box. I had no idea. I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be big. Look folks, I knew Castle Eternia was going to be huge. This huge, I was not expecting it. It clearly takes up a lot of space in the room. Not to mention, I still don't know exactly where I'm going to be displaying this beautiful piece. Art box. Mattel Creations went above and beyond decorating the box, which now makes it extra hard for me as to not to throw away the box. But I mean, come on, who am I kidding? As toy collectors, we know we are a bunch of hoarders. We save everything. Looking at this, the art work that they put on this, it's beautiful. I mean, it heralds back to the 80s when you were a kid and you were the envy of the neighborhood. That if you're able to swing a playset like this. I love that they went this extra effort. Look at all these extra characters on here that you can buy. There's Rock on there and a few others that look at that. My God, this is just I love the artwork. They really Battle Cat and little org there, Moat Creature, Skeletor. It's beautiful. It's really, really, really beautiful. And they also added extra artwork to the top of the box too. Again, this is something that the first few minutes of the video, I really like to go through detail because I've noticed through other reviewers, they tend to skip a lot of this stuff. And to me, this is a lot of the stuff that as the years go by, I promise you folks, there's going to be collectors out there or just enthusiasts that are going to want to go back and pull up an archival video of like, what was that Kickstarter that Mattel did, that Castle Eternia that retailed for $550 that some folks were able to take a leap of faith and back it. Others, they stomped their feet and they essentially bitched that it was too much money, and come a little more than a year later, in hindsight, is there enthusiasm? Is there regret? Look, I love this stuff. I love going this extra mile. I actually do have a small little He-Man collection. It's more dedicated to the 1/6 scale Mondo collection, but nonetheless, though, I adore the whole He-Man Masters of the Universe collection. What really captivated me about the whole play set is that it opens up that world of imagination. Would they ever do something like that in 1/6 scale? Oh, I would back it. Something, a castle of this size that I can house and display my 1/6 scale Mondo figures. Oh, absolutely, I'd be on top of that. Whether or not they would do it, who knows? I asked for this stuff, and then when they do it, you're like, ugh, you start to, clutch your pearls. The biggest Masters of the Universe set ever, and then some, folks. I promise. And then some. This was something that really caught me off guard. The fact that I was admiring the artwork of the actual box, and they go up above and beyond and give you kind of like a lithograph poster artwork that you can essentially frame this. I thought that was really, really cool. Underneath it, you'll find a sheet of stickers here. Look, I'm going to, spoiler alert, in this video, I'm not going to be applying stickers. I really want to focus a little bit more on the artwork, the assembly, and the possibilities and the opportunities of what Castle Eternia could be. I get it, you can add stickers to this stuff, but I want to explore the potential. What can potentially be done to this? So if this video is received very well by the community, I will absolutely do a part 2 and show you some of the modifications I'll be doing to Castle Eternia. I love this attention to detail. This is what makes Kickstarters, HasLabs, crowdfunding campaigns like this so unique, is that these companies go above and beyond. They it's not just you're buying the castle, you're also buying the experience. That it isn't just some tchotchke box that everything is packaged in. It's the whole unbox, and it's kind of like a wine testing party. You're smelling the plastic fumes degassing. The moat monster is pretty cool. I haven't at the time of this video, I have not opened the moat monster, but I will. Moat monster will be opened up for a part 2. Again, if this video is received very, very well. Empty boxes there. I'm kind of looking at the camera, and they added some extra empty boxes just so that everything kind of fits like a puzzle. Another thing too, why I have the camera from an overhead view, is that if I ever decide to repackage Castle Eternia, or for some reason I decide to sell it, I can then use my own video for archival references to remind me, hey Danoby, this is how Castle Eternia was originally packaged, so that if you do decide to, or even someone out there, even you wonderful folks out there that are taking the time to view this video, if you decide, like, you know what, Castle Eternia is just eating up my third bedroom or extra bedroom, and the missus or the mister is forcing me to get rid of Castle Eternia, you can absolutely reference this video to remind yourself, this is how everything kind of goes. This is how everything was packaged, and the attention to detail that was taken by Mattel Creations. How's how everything was packaged. As I'm kind of doing like the audit inventory here, kind of look at everything, and I forgot the attention to detail, or I should rephrase that, the lack of attention to detail. The paint applications are very what's the word? It's not in depth. It's more of a two-dimensional paint wash. There's not much of attention to detail. Now I do like this lion's head here. It has reflective paint applications on it, but you know, as I was holding on to this lion's head here, and I'm always looking for opportunities, like, is there something with this head that I can improve? And I did notice that right behind it, there's an acrylic plastic panel there that if you actually shine some light, it actually illuminates the eyes. So you have to kind of wonder, was the R&D team at one point considering having the lion's head, his eyes illuminate? It's not that difficult, believe it or not. At least for me, I'm a little bit savvy with electronics and USB hacking, so for me to have those lights illuminated with a USB plug, it's kind of child's play. So that is the inspiration, the epiphany that kind of opened me up to, like, hey, you know, I might be able to make Castle Eternia just a tad bit better. I absolutely will be going in and doing a dirty paint wash. And it's not so much that I want my Castle Eternia to have that realistic look. I just wanted to have that more of that weathered look to it. Some of the parts, and see, certain parts, and I get it. This is what boggles me is that I get it. This is it's advertised as a child's playset, but look, let's be honest, right? It's us old fogey fart collectors are the ones that are actually shelling out the cash for this, right? So we do want the playset. We do want all these action features and the drawbridge and the droids and all that stuff, but we do want a little bit of that sentiment of collectability. Like, this is a high-end collector's item. And oh, you know, this also comes with King Grayskull, which I forgot to showcase on here, and an ancestor. Is he black or Indian? Do you think that the Eternia ancestors were Indian, and then He-Man and his family came in and like kicked him off his land? You have to wonder. The monorail. The monorail, the thing that is the heart of this playset. This is what makes this playset the pinnacle, right? This is what makes the old Castle Eternia the poor cousin, I guess, because they've just kind of gone in and made everything bigger, reinforced the struts and so forth, and just made everything just newer. Whether or not this Castle Eternia affects the original Castle Eternia's value, I have no idea. I just know that it was something that was more of a wonder for me. I never chased it, but seeing something like this with the monorail components and so forth, and because it's a kind of like a Kickstarter campaign. There's only a finite batch, right? And finite batches like this, you have to kind of snap your fingers and you have to think really, really, really quick if you want this or not. If not, then you deal the wrath of the secondary market. Now, I do like this monorail capsule here. Again, it's lacking detail, and I get it. This is a kid's play, but you still would, come on, Mattel. You could have at least gone a little bit above and beyond and added a little bit more of attention to detail, right? Hasbro did it, right? Hasbro sold us the Razor Crest and the sail barge as a child's playset, but they still gave you that signature feel of collectability for an adult collector. Like, look, you can display this proudly, and it looks like it's meant for a adult collector's room, right? The Razor Crest, whatever HasLab, the sail barge, so forth. Mattel Creations, this right here is like, well, we're gonna go back and we're gonna make Castle Eternia better, but we're gonna skip a few paint applications, right? That's your Snake Mountain's action feature on there, which is pretty cool. Not only that though, but I also felt that they kind of half-assed it too on the comic book, right? It's more, this comic book, I shit you not, looks like it's fan fiction. The story, it takes you like 6 minutes to read this, if that. And the artwork, it's very this is for like a 10-year-old. This is and I was like, oh, come on, you could have at least given us a real decent, right? Kind of like a DC comic book or a Marvel comic book, but no, they kind of gave you like a pamphlet. So that to me, there's a lot of shortcuts on this. The instructions, you do have to be a civil engineer to assemble Castle Eternia. So pull out your work belt and a brace for impact, because you're going to need some power tools for this. What better way to do it with a montage here? I'm going to try to kind of skip some parts on here and kind of show you the gist of it. There is screws involved, a lot of screws. I decided to just pull out the power drill. Yeah, his power drill with the lowest torque. I didn't want to strip the plastic joints on there, and but it was just it saves you. There's just a lot. There's, I think, 8, 16, 12 screws that you have to install. The arms snap in, and I do like the action feature that when you pull on the little ball there, and kind of has that little action and so forth. This is something that I want to kind of go in. Once I get Castle Eternia up and running, fully operational, I want to get this battle station fully operational. I want to go in and I want to do kind of like a commercial from a kid's point of view selling this, and I want to be able to show all of these action features, because there's quite a few. There's the elevator, there's the drawbridge, and I do like the elevator. And then the gunner platform on here. And this gunner platform here, it's 2 colors. I mean, it lacks detail, and I get it. Well, you're supposed to put the stickers. Yeah, but the stickers can only do so much. They can and the arms here, the monorail pylons. They could have, and I'm gonna paint that. I'm just gonna go back. I don't care. I'm not holding on to Castle Eternia for a flip, folks. I'm going to go in here And my Castle Eternia is going to get a complete makeover. Those pylons are going to get painted. The drawbridge, like certain things, like with the drawbridge on there, where it's just like a molded plastic brown. I'm like, I would like to make that look like real wood, right? Paint it like real wood. Snake Mountain on here, and it's pylons for the monorail. They're supposed to be, it's like a yellow plastic, and I like to paint that gold. This is the engine, the mechanism that makes the monorail come to life. And look, folks, I gotta tell you, I did some testing on here. I wanted to see what could I do with this monorail, and I did some light testing. And I gotta tell you something, right? This is not the final vision of my Castle Eternia. What I did is I just kind of jury-rigged some cob LED strips. They're flexible LED, super bright LEDs that run on 5 volt. They're cool to the touch, super bright. It can open up the venue to multiple of opportunities. This is not the final look. I just wanted to see what Castle Eternia would look like if it's properly illuminated in a dark, mysterious atmosphere setting. And I did add some white LEDs behind the eyes of the tiger, and my God, it's just like, okay, cool. I know that I need to permanently solder some LED lights on there, and I also know that I want each tower to have its signature light look. So Snake Mountain would have its red LEDs, and Castle Eternia would have the blue, and then the other pylon would have like the green. And then, of course, for you wonderful folks out there that have stuck with me on this long on the video, I wanted to see a first perspective look of what the monorail would look like if I just added a camera, right? If you were, let's say you shrunk yourself and you wanted to ride your own monorail train system. And I gotta say, this is pretty cool. This, it gives me like Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, theme park vibes. It kind of feels like the E.T. ride, the E.T. Adventure at Universal Studios, just being on a monorail, and this is what I like about things like this, about a playset. The fact that something like this can spur the imagination, it can spur my creativity, and then can tell me, hey, you know what, Danoby? You might be able to have some fun with this. You can add this, you can do that, and you can, add some lights here, and maybe add some creatures and turn it into like a theme park attraction. I don't know, folks. But I promise you, there's most likely going to be a part 2 to this, and I definitely want to make my Castle Eternia pop and bring it to life. And yes, I didn't pull out any of the Masters of the Universe action figures because it's not ready yet. It's almost there. It's almost there. Overall, though, this is a beautiful piece. Mattel Creations. Out of 1 out of 10, I give it an 8. Could have gotten a 10 if they just added a little bit more detail. Otherwise, folks, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe,